Hey mamas, hey sisters, friends and family. It's your girl Stella Roberts and I'm back for another video. As you guys have requested, I am going to show you guys how I cut my little boy's hair. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to give you a big welcome. I hope you like what you're seeing on this channel. There's a lot of things ranging from just my journey as a believer in the Bible and motherhood, womanhood, wifehood, entrepreneurship, and all of that fun stuff. So make sure you're subscribed so that when I upload new videos, you will be the first one to know about it. If you homeschool, that's also a plus because I talk a lot about homeschooling. So today we're going to be cutting my son's hair, and it's actually my second time doing it. Usually it would be my husband who would cut our son's hair. And actually I learned how to cut hair by my husband allowing me to cut his hair and messing it up a couple of times. Thank you very much, husband, for letting me try on you. So I decided that I wanted to just learn how to cut his hair and just become a little bit more self-sufficient. So what I did was I got a 3mm attachment to my husband's razor, plugged it into the wall, and I got started. I outlined where I wanted his hair to be cut and kind of the leave out section, or not leave out, the curly part. I knew how much I wanted to leave out, and so I kind of outlined it in my mind before I got started. And for my second time around, I decided I wanted to try and do a fade. If you guys think I've succeeded at doing a fade, then let me know in the comments below. I mean, I know what I think, but I would love to hear what you think about whether or not I've succeeded at doing a fade on this young man. One of the best tips that I can give to you guys is to take your time. Cutting his hair took me about 45 minutes, and he was getting really agitated in the end, so I could not even do it like fully the way that I want to do it. And I believe that the more that I do it, the more that I practice, is the better that I'll get. So please be patient with me, as my son was patient with me too. So after I cut off the outline of where I wanted to leave his hair, I started detailing. So I kind of cut around his ears, which was pretty hard to do because he didn't really like the sound of the razor. So I had to kind of like figure out a way to hold his head still while cutting around his ears, and I really didn't want to cut him. And I also used a comb to like make sure that his hair was, nice and detangled and, straight as well, so that I could cut evenly. And then I removed the 3mm and I used just a straight up razor at the lowest setting in order to kind of shave down as close as possible the bottom of his hair, which is where I'm starting like the lightest point of the fade. And then in order to get that like kind of faded look, what I did was I just moved the actual razor's millimeters, or whatever you call that, like the distance between the razor and the actual like blades. I moved that up a little bit as I moved up. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. If you guys know the proper terms, please let me know in the comment section. I do not know the proper terms, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because I don't even understand what I'm trying to say right now. And I also apologize for blocking this entire scene here. I forgot that I was trying to film, so here's a few seconds of my hair. If you guys want tips on how I grew my hair to my bra strap, let me know. I love sharing parts of my journey with you guys. You guys are my family, my online family, and I appreciate being able to have a community on here. Alright, so let's change that perspective. And what I was doing here is, at first I thought I was being smart. I thought I was being, an expert at hair cutting, but I really wasn't. So what I did was I sprayed some water onto his hair, and then it helped to just to tame his hair so that I could have that clean part. And then what I did was I used that part to kind of outline where the longest part of the fade is going to be. So I decided to use my Japanese hair scissors in order to trim his hair. Because of his hair texture, the razor was not doing the greatest job in the longer sections of his hair. So I just spritzed some water on there, outlined where I wanted it to go, and I just went ahead and just, chopped it up. So right here, I noticed that the top of his head was having some really long hairs, so I decided to just eyeball it, measure it with my fingers, and just take the scissors to his hair and just cut it down. So using these scissors on my son made me realize the importance of having good quality hair scissors. And these are some new scissors that I actually bought from Amazon to trim my own hair, because I was using crafting scissors before, and I remember my sister being so upset with me because she was like, how can you work so hard on your hair and grow it so beautifully only to take crafting scissors to your hair, which is only contributing to my split ends. So I invested, and you can too. I will leave the link below to these Japanese hair scissors. I think they cost only $25 to $30, so they're definitely affordable and worth the investment if you care about your hair health. The reason I combed out the hair and just removed that hairline thingy that I was trying to design this hair is because I realized I didn't really like it. So you can always, think through before you make any final decisions, and just remember that once you cut, it's cut. You can't go back. So I definitely recommend taking your time, but also not detailing too much, because I ran into a little trouble trying to make his hair look perfect. I'll let you discover what my error was. So right here, I was just kind of combing his hair to see where his natural line formed, and also just going over it again with the scissors to make sure that things were nice and even before the final touches. I was gasping when I saw this. What a disaster. But you know what? Another wonderful thing is that just like any other form of art, when you make a mistake, there are ways to repair or conceal it. And so I was able to think quickly and just reshape the style of his hair, just adjust in the moment, and well, you guys will see what it looks like in the end. Let me know what you guys think about his final look. So you can kind of see that my son is getting a little bit restless at this point. After I just reshaped his hair, I took the razor to kind of fade it out a little bit more, and then I just set him free. I turned off the razor, cleaned up my mess, and just sent him to bathe. After his bath, I took some of my 5 essential oil blend, poured it into my hand very awkwardly for the camera, and then I rubbed it into his hair and just left it like that. That was it. Low maintenance, and once his hair is cut, it's good for a couple of weeks. If you like this video, please make sure to hit like, leave a comment so that we can interact, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with a friend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!